Hello, and welcome to our presentation. My name is Sini Laine, and I'm the Executive Director in Kerb Stone from Finland Association. Our topic today is comparison of the carbon footprint of natural stone with other materials. Let me present you Kerb in a nutshell. Kerb Stone from Finland was founded in 1938, and we are the only association representing companies operating in the natural stone industry in Finland. We have around 100 member organizations at the moment. Our mission is to increase the demand and the awareness of the natural stone as a low carbon footprint construction material. Let's talk briefly about the factors and background why we decided to start the carbon footprint project for our natural stone products in Finland. So this is the big picture. Here you can see the goals selected by World Green Building Council for building sector. You all recognize this as the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development that was adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015. All countries and all stakeholders acting in collaborative partnership will implement this plan. The promise for the planet is we are determined to protect the planet from degradation, including through sustainable consumption and production, sustainably managing its natural resources, and taking urgent action on climate change so that it can support the needs of the present and future generations. Why the climate change is so important in Finland then? Well, as you can see, the carbon dioxide emissions per capita in Finland are huge. In 2018, it was 8.5 tons, and this year the number will be over 10.3 tons. We are way above the world average, which is 4.8 tons. As a result, our government has started to take action. We have set climate goals in Finland. We are aiming to be the leading country in circular economy in 2025. Our carbon neutral goal is in 2035, and we aim to be carbon negative country in the 2040s. However, we are not starting from the zero level. We already have laws on, for example, land use, environment, recycling, energy, nature protection, land extraction, and etc. We are definitely going through the right direction, since the big real game changer has been the climate change. And what we are heading towards is a future where every single building material element must have a verified document of its carbon footprint. We decided to be proactive in our association. We started a project in 2019 which covered natural stone building materials for the focused product groups according to EN 15804 and ISO 14025, which are the European standards. The result was a set of environmental product declarations that covered the lifespan of the natural stone produced in Finland from the quarry to recycling. Our products were, for example, blocks, pavement styles, facade stones, wall stones, countertop, and even tombstones. We were counting the numbers for granite and slate. And one EPD document was a medium calculation of the data provided by several companies in Finland. And here are the results. You can see from where the emissions originate. The more the product has processing, the higher the emission, e.g. rectangular paving stone versus countertop for kitchen. You can see a great change in the numbers. Overall, if you remember the emission for an average Finnish person, that was 10 tons per year, you can see that the numbers are extremely low for a ton of stone. And let's summarize again why the EPD documentation is vital for us here in Finland. The public sector at the moment requires the verified documents of the material's carbon emissions. The environmental declaration will provide that data, and it's about the environmental impacts of a product through the product life cycle. In Europe, EPDs must conform the European standard. This is the way to ensure that the EPD for construction products will use a common methodology. It will report a common set of environmental indicators, and it will have a common reporting format. And this is the way how the EPD can be integrated into building level assessment and used to compare construction products in a building context. So let's start with the actual comparison. So please note when we are going through the following slides, all these comparisons presented are only valid in the Finnish market. And this is because the stone used in calculations is originated from Finland, so we call it the local stone. The length of transportation is measured from the origin country to Finland. And the lifespan estimate in the following slides is 50 years. Here we have rectangular paving stone. As you can see, when we are talking about the 50-year lifespan, the concrete will have a lot to do. The concrete usually doesn't last the 50 years, so it needs to be replaced and there should be maintenance. In Kerb Stone, you can see that the product stage for natural stone is quite low. This concrete is made in Finland, so the emissions during the product stage are a bit lower probably than, for example, concrete made in Asia. This is because of the fuels that we use here in Finland to produce electricity and energy. We are mainly using non-fossil fuels. But again, you can see that the spare parts and maintenance phase is increasing the concrete's emissions. So, countertops for kitchen. In this example, natural stone sheets were 30 millimeters thick and the composite was only 20 millimeters. Here we can see that when compared with quartz composite, again, we can see the actual production emissions for quartz composites. For natural stone, the emissions are a bit higher, since we know that when the tape or the countertops are made, they usually need more fine tuning than, for example, building stones. Here we have more examples for floor and facade tiles. In the product selection, there are two kinds of products, the 20 millimeters thick and the 30 millimeters thick. And here we can see how the natural stone is compared with ceramic tile made in Italy, and then of course quartz composite tiles made in Spain. And again, we can see that the quartz composite is a lot more emission heavy. With the ceramic, the competition is not that strong, but still we can see that in the thicker tiles, the difference between emissions is getting bigger. The most interesting part is slate. And this example is about outdoors tiles of slate. And in this example, you can see we have the clay blocks from Germany and the concrete tiles in Finland. And since the natural stone slate tiles in Finland are produced pretty much without use of energy, you can see that the differences in emissions are huge. And again, we need to remember that the lifespan here is 50 years, and with concrete, you need to change the tiles and you need to be aware that it will require more maintenance. The key takeaway of this presentation is the momentum for natural stone is now. We can definitely witness the rise of the natural stone by showing facts and figures. Natural stone is really a low carbon building material. Thank you for listening. And feel free to connect with us either in LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, or you can also send me email for more questions. Thank you and have a good rest of the day.